Good to see you. It's funny. So one of the things I'm doing right now, I'm trying to go through and work on the piece I was doing last night for the ZBrush live channel.
No dino trucks.
No dino trucks.
You can watch Super Wings or Pulley, or you can watch something else. No dino trucks, please.
That's right. Okay, I gotta turn that on. So essentially, what I'm going to try to do first is kind of pull this over. I want to smooth this out. Just kind of get rid of it. Okay, so I want this to feel like kind of a swirl going up the top. So let's kind of take it. It's maybe a little bit too much. Let's pull that down some. That'll be a good start. It's kind of a tricky brush to play with. Because it has its own special way of behaving. So far, something like that. Let's kind of give it a little bit of floof down here.
Wait, so are you streaming this right now?
Yeah. Not a big deal. And I just figured it'd be something of like an after party sort of thing. Oh, my head's killing me though. Probably should.
Does this need to be kept?
Yeah, so that's a travel case for my razor, so that'll be a good thing to keep. Sure.
I was not a fan of Woody the makeup.
Did you try any of the other ones when you were?
I didn't try it. I mean, I was trying to get my normal one, which she said I should be using 255, which I think was what I originally but then they told me that they didn't have it or something. But I guess it's a popular color around here because it was all out. They had no 255 for me. And I actually don't mind this one that I got. It's just really, really light.
Yeah, you had to put on like the bronzer or whatever afterward, right?
Yeah, and after that I feel like it's fine.
Yeah, it looked good. It's just kind of the funny thing, you know. I mean, in Utah, you didn't have any of that trouble because there weren't as many people with your skin tone.
Well, sometimes though they just didn't have it. Like in France, they could never find my actual color.
That would make sense too.
And you know, it never dawned on me because some girl was explaining to me. She's like, "Well, we order, you know, what we typically have
In demand.
Yeah. There's too much demand for brown. At least not my kind of brown.
Your kind of brown's the best kind of brown.
The library was fun. I just wish that I could have picked where to work all the time.
Oh, you're talking about Harriman?
Yeah, I'm like, I really enjoyed front desk, but I really did enjoy being a cop. Just looking at all the stuff pouring in. It's just like, this is so fun.
I think what's cool too is that you're able to kind of get an idea of different titles and things like that to, even though that's kind of not the idea.
No, certainly not what I'm supposed to be doing,
but all right. Something like that.
Oh, I didn't know that we still had some of this stuff.
What is it? Oh, I didn't know we had that either.
There you go. See? Now you can really see what we have. Getting rid of all the things that we don't need. Or want. Right, thinking much really kind of be like, you have changed my life. But I do think she brings up a very valid question.
Of what?
Well, I think it's perfectly valuable to ask yourself if you want to have a particular thing in your life going forward. I mean, whether it's like a physical thing or like a bad habit or
Hmm?
a thought, a person.
A person. Yeah.
His clothes, whatever. Do I want this in my life going forward? A job? Oliver! Oh, I love you too.
I love you too. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's worth keeping.
I want you in my life going forward. You make me feel good about myself sometimes when you're not making me want to cry. Sure, we'll keep you.
There's this, oh shoot. There's this show growing up that we like to watch, Arthur the Aardvark.
Yeah.
And Arthur's little sister, DW, she was just all about this CD that she had called Crazy Bus.
Crazy Bus?
Oh my goodness, it was so crazy. Essentially, she'd be going through and she'd be singing the thing all day long, and it would be on her. She had her own personal little music player, and and she'd be singing "Crazy Bus, Crazy Bus." Something, something, but it's every once in a while that crazy bus kind of comes into my head, and I'm just like, stop that.
Crazy Bus and Crazy Us.
Well, so Ryan is out of the hospital. That's good.
Is Tony working now?
Yeah, I think Tony's doing the cookie delivery thing. And then I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, Deborah was really worried about Ryan, though, but he seems to be getting better. She seems like she's doing better herself, or she's at least, feeling more optimistic or something. But yeah, I mean, it's tricky when everybody gets sick.
Yeah.
definitely very not desirable. Well, when you're a mom, and especially when you're sick as a mom, it's like... Yeah, I mean, I feel like... I mean, I've known Ryan for years. I don't really feel like I know him, and it's funny because it's like the longer I live, I feel like the less I know my own my own family, my siblings, and all of that. And I think a lot of it just comes because of yeah, distance.
Well, I mean, we could see your sister if you really wanted to. She's about a 5-hour drive away.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really wanted to go see her. Of course, I guess that goes both ways, right?
She has free airfare. I think it's easier for her.
I'm so excited if it kind of goes both ways. But
Not to say that I, hate her for not coming or anything like that. It's just kind of funny.
like I just got through this part. There's no more. Yeah,
Stop it! Stop it!
Here I am feeling all good about myself. Being like, this is all that's okay.
It's like, here's some more. You did such a good job with the other stuff.
Oliver's hungry.
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry too. Maybe we'll...
Show me what now. I need to buy like some good pho recipe stuff so I can make him some pho.
I was listening to this TED Talk.
About the TED Talk?
No, it was this comedian, and he was talking about kind of everything and nothing. I think that the underlying message in the TED Talk was supposed to be something to the effect of, keeping yourself, light-spirited in the workplace, without, being a class clown. And one of the things that he talked about is that he said, the funniest person I know is my grandma. And he said that, at first when she was getting into texting, he was her first text message. He felt so honored. And he said that it was every text message that she sent, it said, I can't remember his name, so, Dear John, how are you today? Something, 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 something. Sincerely, love, Grandma, or your grandma, or, something like that. And so he's like, well, why did she have to, make it like a letter? Like, Grandma, you don't have to, write it like a letter. It's just a text. It's like you're talking to somebody, but it's just a little note, and she said, Dear John, thank you for your message. Sincerely, your grandma. And he's like, and then here's another thing. Why is she saying your grandma? As if it would confuse me to say just grandma, Right. It's like, Dear John, I love you. Grandma. Grandma? Who's grandma? And It's just kind of funny to me. But he's going through and he's talking about how he's like, oh, he's saying that he'd be going to Copenhagen or something to be able to give a seminar. And she responded and she said, WTF. And he was like, Grandma, what do you mean by that? And then she said, oh, well, on the shuffleboard group that I go to, you know, or the bingo group, or whatever he said, you know, one of the ladies said that it means, wow, that's fun. And he's like, it sure does, Grandma. It sure does. And so that was kind of the overarching kind of idea of what he wanted people to walk away with, of, you know, like, you know, spend every day being able to laugh and to have fun, you know. WTF, wow, that's fun, you know.
Wow, that's fun. Okay. Well, that's fun.
Yeah, it made me laugh. I liked it. It's always funny when I listen to things like that at work, because people people will kind of peek over the cubicles and be like, "You okay?"
Are you doing your work?
And I always am. I mean, I don't watch anything. I just, you know, listen to it. So yeah, if I ever say WTF to you, that's what it means. Grandma.
Cleaned up my mess.
You okay? Ah. Blend a shiz, is that what you said? What did you say? Shows? Oh.
Or sometimes people will say trunk. The thing.
Like a trinket?
Yeah.
Yes, Bubba, what's up?
How was work?
It's pretty good. You want to come see?
Hmm? Is that your work?
Yeah. Do you know what that looks like? What does that look like?
A tree.
A tree.
Is that how you work?
Yeah. This is the kind of work that Daddy does for fun. You feeling okay?
Yeah.
No, your fever's down a little bit. That's nice.
Does he still feel feverish, Kiza?
Maybe very slightly, but he feels pretty normal. It's pretty nice.
So we gave him Motrin at about 9, or whatever it is.
Well, it's almost noon.
Dad?
Oh, it's 11:39.
Dad,
Yes, Bubba.
I ate 2 grapes.
You ate 2 grapes?
Yeah, he just had a little bit of dry pasta and some grapes.
Was it yummy?
And then the boy pawns got treacher again.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound like a nice thing to do?
No.
No. What should he do?
Be nice.
Be nice, yeah.
Because he's not a very nice kid. Right, Dad?
Yeah, when we're not nice, we need to make sure that we change so we can be nice.
Yeah.
What is he talking about? Bully?
I guess it's some character or something from the show that he's watching, just kind of being a bully.
Guy had like a room full of shoes, some that he had never even worn.
A guy had a room full of shoes?
And he said, he's like, yeah, I knew I had a problem and I ended up with $10,000 worth of credit card debt on shoes.
What?
No.
I'd never even heard of a woman doing that.
Oh, I have.
$10,000 worth, though?
Oh, shoes? Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that were like and he was just like, he had a bunch of stuff, just like clothes and things that he was just like really emotionally attached to.
So that's his problem. He just feels too much.
Well, I mean, he's a Guatemalan guy. And, I don't know what he did for work, but, you know, but he was like talking about his parents and how they like struggled or whatever for so many years. And he's like, and he was looking at this one piece and he's like, and I remember this Christmas, he's like, my dad had no job. He's like, but somehow he still managed to get us a Christmas. He's like, and so I kept the jacket, you know, for however long or whatever. And then he had this mailbox, this old mailbox that was like in their first house, like his parents' house or whatever.
Yeah.
And where he's like, she's like, I can understand, you know, like the sentimentality. She's like, but I just want to ask you, she's like, is this something you want in your life going forward? And he's like, well, when you put it like that, no. He's like, I got a perfectly good mailbox out in front of my brand new house. He's like, so no, I really don't need this. And he's like, yeah, I can get behind it.
I'm gonna have to send some new screenshots to Pixelogic for next week's banners. Ooh.
I did nothing. That's what all our text was about.
Nothing is a very strong word.